Hello and welcome back everyone to this Warcraft series. This is going to be game 2 of this BO3 here from the AWL that was played in April, I think, or beginning of May. Oh wait, no, it's... Man, I forgot again. Let's check it. March? No, that was a qualifiers, I believe. Okay, it was April. Okay, good. Didn't mix it up. Actually, I did mix it up and then I had to recheck. But yeah. Anyway, Tho versus 120 again. What happened to the music? I have noticed that in the last game. Okay, music was off for some reason. That was unfortunate. I guess last game was very monodical, I guess. Monotone from me. Pretty much happens all the time, I guess. Every cast is a monotone. But yeah, I mean, last game wasn't too interesting. I think it was pretty by the book, honestly, for both sides. Maybe not so much for Tho because he played really inefficiently, I guess, or just very desperate. I don't know how to describe it. Whenever I see siege tanks, I always think desperation or honestly just laziness, because I think siege tanks is kind of boring to watch and kind of boring to play as well. It's kind of depressing to see Tho go for that route, despite those siege engines doing a lot of damage and dealt a lot of damage to 120 for a little bit. Yeah, I guess Tho didn't really capitalize too much on that opening, which is rather unfortunate because, I mean, it is 120 he's versing, who is currently on a hot streak right now. Tho, on the other hand, not so much. He has had pretty middling performances in tournaments, at least. I'm not too sure what it is. Maybe he's just being burnt out by the game itself. Honestly, I understand. I kind of feel that with Warcraft as well. So yeah, rather unfortunate that is turning out to be the case. Death Knight able to pick up a Death Coil kill there on the Ogre Warrior. The item will go over to the Archmage. I believe he did kill the item Warrior before the Death Knight even arrived, so yeah, there was no chance for the Death Knight to actually pick up any items whatsoever. Only able to get that bit of experience, and I believe he got a Peasant as well. And in fact, he hits a Trapper, so definitely got a lot more than what normal Death Knights get. And yeah, that will hopefully set him a little forward. Footman doing some harassments here onto these acolytes, but it is just one single footman. Don't think he will be able to pick up any sort of kills, I don't think.
A player's forces are under attack.
Unless 120 of course neglects his acolytes, which is probably not going to happen. Yeah, and the footman shall fall. However, it is going to slow down 120's mining a little bit. Just a little bit. Unlike StarCraft, which has a lot of workers mining gold, Warcraft is kind of iffy with that, I guess. Yeah, I don't know how much it really matters. A couple of seconds of not mining gold, but like in StarCraft, it's kind of devastating, especially in the early game. I don't know how it is with Warcraft. I think it's mainly because you have other sources of income as well, like creep camps, selling items, stuff like that. Kind of interesting topic, honestly. But yeah, Troll Warlord, this is a prized possession here. Seems like Tho is going to stop DPS on that unit until the Death Knight is away, and now that he is away, he is going to try and burst that Troll Warlord down as quickly as possible. Nope, is going to... Oh wow, he actually gives it away. So level 2 has been gained for 120's Death Knight. Very weird turn of events there happening for Tho. I think he stopped DPS just a little too late, and that was enough damage for 120 to gauge and actually steal the Warlord kill there. The item is definitely going to go over to the Archmage, which is actually pretty good. Rune Braces is going to help a lot in the late game, mitigating that Nova Coil combo. But yeah, not something that should happen so often, giving a level 6 creep camp kill over to the Death Knight is not an ideal scenario. Necropolis gets placed down, which is not something you see too often. You usually see this being done, I think in ghoul openings, or extremely early Crypt Fiend build openings where you go 2 ghouls and then straight into Crypt Fiends. I don't think I've seen this in a TED opening before, but I think the reason was that these 3 ghouls were too busy killing that footman that like didn't get enough lumber to compensate and making Ziggurat. So basically, this Necropolis, just a more expensive Ziggurat. That's all it is. Uh-oh, is the Archmage actually gonna get surrounded? Oh, he is. Is he slippery enough? Frost Nova to try and slow, and that is going to be a TP staff being utilized there for him. So thankfully he did have that staff. Would have been really bummed out if it was a scroll, but thankfully there is pretty much very little CC for the undead player to put out, and Death Knight is actually very low. It is going to pop a health pot, but that is not going to be enough to stay alive for long, and he needs to do something about this. Or at least he should have, because Tho was focusing him, but now Tho is going for another focus. I don't really know why. If he kept focus fire on the Death Knight, he might have been able to pick it up, but he suddenly went after a Crypt Fiend, which is kind of puzzling because yeah, the Crypt Fiend can get healed up with the Death Coil, but the Death Knight can't get healed up by anything, so kind of a head scratcher there for Tho. Kind of a misplay, I guess. All in all, I guess his main goal is to just keep his opponent within his base so that his own expansion can start paying dividends. But I guess 120 doesn't mind too much because Black Citadel is nearly done. We have double Slaughterhouse, which is kind of an eyebrow raiser, honestly. I'm very curious as to why we have double Slaughterhouse here. I don't think it has anything to do with this second Necropolis. I'm fairly certain that this Necropolis is just here to act as a Ziggurat. So yeah, we'll just have to wait and see those Slaughterhouses being completed to know what 120 is trying to achieve. Is queuing up a couple of statues here. What is he gonna do anything with the second Slaughterhouse? Did he just misclick the second Slaughterhouse? Because he queued up 2 here. He could definitely cancel one and build on the other, but oh, seems like he has finally realized and he is going to do that. So he's massing up statues. I guess kind of a risky play since his opponent can easily go into double workshops again. So risky, kind of risky. Destroy form is on the way.
A player's forces are
Castle Tech is on the way, so yeah, we definitely will be seeing those workshops being placed down by Tho. He already has a blacksmith down, and he has plenty of resources at his disposal, or at least had. Building a lot of towers actually. He spent a good amount of resources on those towers there. So yeah, both players just playing at PvE right now. Potion of Invuln going to be picked up by the Lich. Death Knight just roaming around keeping tabs on that army, and wow, replenishment potion. I think that was a replenishment. or it might have just been a scroll, but either way it got cancelled by the Death Knight. And it seems like the Archmage is being focus fired a little bit. Thanks to those rune braces, however, he will be able to take not so much damage as he normally would have. So that was a Death Coil and a Frost Nova, and only about half helped him. I believe he would have lost about like 75-ish if he didn't have those braces down. Interesting. Panda comes out. So the Panda is kind of picked as a counter to those flying machines just because of how much damage Breath of Fire can do.
A player's forces are under attack.
So 120 is banking his chances with those mass destroyers there. I don't know how many statues he has on the field. I think he has about 2 or 3. He already has 1 destroyer in there, so he has currently 4 obsidian statues slash destroyers. Do we have workshops being placed down? I don't see any so far. We are gonna have Griffin Aviaries instead. Triple Griffin Aviaries to match up against these destroyers. Dragonhawk Riders are essential to deal with the destroyers because I believe Griffins are unable to attack those destroyers. I think. No wait, I think it's the other way around. Some experience gets picked up by the Panda, so huge boost in experience. In fact, compare it to Tho's third hero. I don't even know if he has a third hero, but his second hero is only level 2, which is like, wow. The Panda's already 2.5, and he was picked a lot later than the Mountain King. So 120 is looking absolutely terrifying right now, and Dragonhawk Riders are starting to mass up,
Players' forces are under attack.
but nowhere near the number to deal with all those Crypt Fiends and Destroyers, honestly. So Tho is going to take quite a bit of damage in return. He's actually going to go for a counterattack, which is interesting. We are going to have a Cloud ability being completed very soon, so that will stop the Black Citadel from attacking back, as well as the Nubian Tower. And how much damage can Tho deal? 120 is looking to try and take down this expansion. Not sure if he's gonna be able to, since I believe his destroyers are on the way back home. A little risky for those destroyers to go ahead by themselves because there are Dragonhawks in the air. All Dragonhawks on the way. There are +1 in the attack upgrades. Here comes the destroyer here, and I believe 120 did TP back home and forced a TP for Tho as well. So all in all, not too much damage has been dealt to 120. In fact, he did prep plenty of acolytes just in case any of them died. And on the other hand, Tho lost pretty much all his peasants at his expand. He will be forced to replenish. But yeah, he showed his hand. Destroyers have to be wary of those Dragonhawk Riders. Griffins, I believe they can attack back against those obsidian statues there, so I was slightly mistaken. I was for some reason thinking of the interaction between Dryads and statues. Actually, are destroyers magic immune? I need to search that up right now. Let's search that up right now. Warcraft 3 destroyers. I really wish the replay actually went on while I was off screen, but sadly that is just a pipe dream. I have to wait for the remastered version of Warcraft for that to happen, honestly. Yeah, they are spell immune. Yeah, wait, they're spell immune, but I don't know if they can take magic damage.
Town is under siege.
Wow, I'm really rusty right now. I believe I knew this answer before, but now I can't think of it. Yep, it looks like that is going to be the case. Griffins can't attack those destroyers. I think, or maybe Tho just chose not to attack. It's such a weird interaction. Destroyers have spell immunity, but I don't know if that applies to magic attacks. Let's just assume that they do, so yeah, let's just say that. Dragonlocks are gonna get honestly, it's kind of a stalemate, honestly, because Dragonlocks can't net shackle those destroyers. So it's a stalemate. It basically has to rely on sheer numbers to overwhelm your opponent. But yeah, with those elementals down on the ground, Orbs of Annihilation are going to do so much damage, and it's going to be forced to TP back home. So despite going for a completely different route, those Foe is not able to completely overwhelm his opponent. In fact, 120 is doing the overwhelming right now. Both players are over upkeep, pretty even as well, at 63. In terms of upgrades, I believe Foe is kind of winning in that aspect, but all in all, things are not working out too well for him. Breath of Fire doing so much damage, and Frost Nova able to pick up the remainder of those Dragonhawks. Griffins are masked up pretty nicely, but yeah, you have to deal with these destroyers somehow. Dragonhawks, Griffins slowly being picked off by those webs there, and yep, it's dying slowly. Frost Nova doing a lot of damage there. Destroyers, uncontested, just tossing out damage after damage. Surprisingly, 120 is going to choose to back off, but honestly has so many statues slash destroyers in the field that I don't know if there's even a point retreating. And just like that, Tho's army lost a third of their life. Yeah, not looking good though. Was forced to sell the Scourge Bone Chimes to get the gold needed to mess up those Griffins. But yeah, he needs to do this. He needs to start messing up those Dragonhawks because I mean, a good destroyer is always a destroyer that lives, and these destroyers just don't get attacked at all in fights, which is... yeah, Tho needs to prioritize better, I think. Tho had a lot of Griffins at the start, now he's trying to struggle retraining them again. I mean, Triple Griffin Aviaries is really ambitious. Unfortunately, it's not working out so well for him. Thankfully, he is able to burst down these creep camps very quickly, but yeah, once these destroyers come again, just absorbing the mana from that elemental should make quick work of these Dragonhawks there. Archmage and Mana King teaming up once again to get rid of these Ziggurats. 120 going after these creep camps just to get some cheap items here. Lich has a Claws of Attack plus 12, I believe, from the Warlord camp over here. Or the Ogre Lord camp over here. I think it was the Ogre camp. But yeah, his expansion is now starting to be saturated, and I mean, if 120 is looking pretty dominant with just one base, he is going to stomp it with a second base now. Panda level 4, Lich level 4, and I believe the DK is at level 5. So hero quality is definitely favoring 120. Here we go with a huge fight here. Let's see how well this will turn out to be. Scroll the Beast will be used, and all these units are going to take or deal so much damage onto the human side here. All the Dragonhawks have been picked off. Griffins are now in turn for those webs, and yeah, I don't know. It's slowly turning to be 120's favor again. 48 versus 64. 120 is forcing Tho back, and yeah, just not what you want to see happening. Tho was the one that chose that fight, and Tho is the one that retreated. So GG from Tho, and that is going to be a 2-0 sweep here for 120, and he will go into the playoffs. I believe Tho gets dropped down to the losers bracket of round 2, and yeah, try and qualify playoffs that way. I'll see you guys again next time. Take care.